How to choose the best email marketing software. I'm going to talk about that and what we're calling a software stack. Because if you just have email marketing, you're only going to get leads, no sales, no cash flow, no ROI, and no tracking. So let's get to it. Get a pen and paper. This is critical that you get this right. So we're going to talk about the best CRMs, which one do you get started with? We're going to talk about the best ones to grow a company quickly. Some of you can stage step into this and it's going to cost you more money. We're going to talk how fast you can get to implementation. We're going to talk about the true benefits of a CRM and how to monetize them. And then how do you choose the best email marketing software? So you think all this is one component, but we're going to break it down. So I hope you have a pen and paper and you're ready to make some money. So how do you choose the best email marketing software that will align and integrate to the CRM? So the CRM we have, again, is very comprehensive. It does the email marketing, it has text messaging, it has a whole function where you can actually take your funnels and put opportunity sections so you can manage your sales. It actually can plug in QuickBooks. There's so many things, has an affiliate program. It's an all-in-one. Some of you are going really, really cheap. You're doing $40, $50, $90 a month stuff, but you still got to buy more. When you add it all up, it's sort of like going cheap when you buy and go get an LLC, because you can go out for free to the Secretary of State and get an LLC EIN. But then where's your paperwork? Where's your operating agreement? Same thing. Where's all the other things? By the time you're done with like getting through LegalZoom to get an LLC, you're at $1,800 and you've had no help. You've just been pushing buttons, guessing at what you need. Zero help. Same thing in the software and the CRM world. You can have lots of stuff, never talk to anybody about it, and then there you are hoping to put this playbook together, and you wonder why your leads aren't working, your marketing's not working, why people won't affiliate, why they won't do business with you, because they won't. So the best email system is in the CRM we have. Again, I want you to go to askloral.com, and we're going to bring you onto some phone calls. We're going to continue to have conversations. You could actually go to Ask Loral and say, I would like to talk to somebody one-on-one about your CRM process and how you do it, because we have grown the fastest. I've been doing this in this space since 1996. I've moved away from what we have today 2 times, and they were the 2 costliest mistakes of my business career. So start it right, do it right, don't go cheap, and don't try to cobble together a whole bunch of stuff. At the end of the day, you have to lead this, right? This is your business. Marketing, sales, and cash flow are the 3 biggest skill sets of an entrepreneur, and most of you don't know how to do any of them. So you got to hire a team and grow up a team around your marketing and your sales process. So what is the best CRM software to use? Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this in this category over 3 decades. I've been building a database since I was 21 years old, and that was just like a minute ago. Bob Proctor told me when I was 21 years old, whoever has the biggest monetized database will win. I really didn't know what that meant at 21 years old, so I started just accumulating names, phone numbers, and emails, business cards, old school, and then put them on a little spreadsheet. And then I moved into ACT, and then I moved to another one, and I moved and moved and moved. And I can tell you to this day, the number one mistake a lot of you are going to make is you're going to try to go cheap. You're going to try to segment different people, use international resources, when there is a US-made, born and bred CRM that does everything we're going to talk about. So let's just talk about a CRM as customer relationship management system. So this is a lot of data. You're going to keep track of your customer. Email marketing systems are different, and then there's funnel systems. So I'm going to use what everyone's looking at right now is using funnel systems. And there's ClickFunnels, there's just other kinds of funnel systems. But here's the thing. They only are going to offer you a funnel. I can offer you 5, 6, 7 of my funnels. That's not the hard part. Right? Getting the funnel is you have to get the content. So what is your content and the sequence of your content? So what I'm doing like right now with a lot of my clients is I'm helping them. I'm doing a 30-minute interview and we're having it transcribed, sending out to an editor so they have a first product. And then from there, they're clipping away some, initial lead magnets and things that'll get, attract people to the internet, things they can post on social media. Then they're going to come to this 30-minute recording, which is their first product. Might be $10, might be $20, might be $50, depending on the content. Then you still have to keep moving through the content, which means you still, like me, have to be the creator of the content. Whether that's video, whether that's articles, all of those things, you still have to create it. Then you've got to have an email marketing system. So if you just have a funnel system, you still have to attach an email marketing system, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. And again, the CRM, the customer relationship management. So inside of that, it can track literally every click that your client takes. And you can put tags on there to watch if they actually watched your video, how long they stayed on videos. All this algorithms and AI can be done through a properly used CRM. So at the end, I'm going to tell you how to use the CRM I've been using for most of my career. Hundreds of millions of dollars have run through the CRM. And not only is it a CRM You can build funnels inside of it. It's an email system all in one. You can also take notes about sales. See, I think a lot of the marketing world has designed itself separately from the sales system. Marketing's great and you can have a bunch of leads. We are great at getting leads. You still got to have a sales team to call, talk, and do all your high ticket sales, which means you need to take notes. So that happens in a CRM done properly. So some of you, you're out on MailChimp, Aweber, you're on interesting email systems, but you're not really thinking comprehensively about what your outcome is. So what's the best CRM? The one that I've been using for decades. I've moved away even to the likes of Salesforce because they were going to add a financial force to it. After 2 years of horrible experience of spreadsheets and all sorts of disaster, it took over a year to bring all my accounting back in, recapture the data. If you're serious about making 6, 7, 8 figures in any business, you've got to have the right and the best CRM system. So now let's break it down a little further. How does a CRM help grow your business? Well, first of all, you're going to go out and get leads. You're in social media, you're doing affiliate marketing. And that's the other thing. Does your CRM have an add-on where you can actually track all your affiliates? Because if you don't, how is anyone going to do business with you? They're not. The first thing I ask when somebody wants me to do a joint promotion, like right now, I've got 3 people that want me to do a joint promotion, and I've got dozens of people right now helping promote our big Gen W conference that's coming up. So we're recording all this the end of September 2022. So our conference is in October. So we have tons of affiliates. So we're giving them links, but we're in control of who clicks on it, who buys. We can track. So if Susie has an affiliate link, we can track, where they came from. We know whether they clicked, whether they bought, did they watch the video? We know everything about them. So properly done CRMs give you a lot of information. So again, how does it help you grow? It helps you find the right lead. It helps you segment the lead. When the lead comes in, whether it's social media, joint venture, ads, however they come in, you want to make sure they're tagged and separated so you know how to ROI your business. So is TikTok a better platform? Is YouTube a better platform? Is LinkedIn a better platform? Is just JVs? Some of you are still way old school and thinking referrals are going to get it done. In this economy post-pandemic and in the middle of a recession, or the beginnings of a recession, which is going to last a while, I don't think referrals are going to keep very many businesses, if any, sustainable. You're going to have to get to the internet. You're going to have to figure this out. So growth options. Obviously, content, segmentation of your database, and really watching the messages you give to each person. Like if somebody comes into our world, and you can go there right now, I'll put the link in the bottom. We start with a quiz. You go to integratedwealthsystems.com, you take a quiz, and it puts you into 4 categories of 4 financial problems. Then that all gives you different messaging. Because if somebody is, got a lot of debt, or they're stagnant in cash flow, or they're overtaxed, which is most people, or they have lazy assets, they don't need the same messages. They need different messages. They need different emails. So our CRM, our marketing, actually then can segment them, and you continue to segment them until you get the right message that they actually want to take action and buy from you. And then going back to your customers, how does a CRM help you grow? If they're going to buy one thing, I can almost guarantee you they're going to buy a second thing, a third thing, and a fourth thing. The problem is if without a CRM and automation where you could automate the emails, we have a 365-day campaign that without any help is automated to email you something every day from the minute you clicked into our CRM. So how does it help your business grow? It manages the leads, it keeps tracks of the leads, it helps you coordinate the messages to which segment of the list you want to do. It helps you do campaigns. Like, here's a great story. Forgot about this one, was so good. I wanted to launch what we now call our 100K program. So our 100K program is where we guarantee you $100,000 of new income. I don't care what you do. You can do it in real estate. You can do it on the internet. You can do it selling direct sales. You can sell whatever you want to sell, jewelry, whatever you want to sell. So we'll guarantee you $100,000 of new income if you do it in 365 days and you do exactly what we say. So how do we track all that? Inside of our CRM. We know how you behave. We know when you come. I remember one weekend, years and years ago, probably 10 years ago, I looked at one of my managers and I said, let's go make $100,000 today. And he looks at me, he said, are you out of your mind? I said, no, let's go to all the people who said they wanted to make $100,000. They raised their hand, they clicked on something. They said, I want to make my first $100,000 as an entrepreneur or an extra $100,000. We invited them all to a phone call. And then I got on, I started talking about different examples. I brought them live. I shared with them how I'd help, fix their income problem and invited them all for the first time, which yes, it was this cheap way when I started. I said, I'm going to do a $5,000 special today, pay in full right now. And we had 20 people buy, made $100,000. Away we went. That was nothing but using the CRM and the email marketing and all the automation properly. So how many of you want to make a $25,000 weekend, $100,000 month? by using proper automation. So how do you grow a business? You track your data and you use systems that other professionals in your industry, which we are using the one primarily used in the author speakers education space. We pretty much all use similar ones. How we do it is a little different by our software stack and what we put into it and how we automate for you. So let's go to the next point. How long does it take to implement a CRM? Well, that's up to you, and here's the problem. Even if we do it for you, which the beginning of 2022, we do offer this. We will actually get you up and running. The challenge is you. You have to get us content. This is you and your content. So if you have a jewelry line, then you've got to have a bunch of, content about the jewelry and why yours is the best. If it's a facial skin line, why is your facial skin line the best? If you are a bodybuilder and you know exactly who I'm talking to, because we're going to send this video out to you, you need to produce the content about the nutrition, about the supplements, about the workout routines. You have to produce the content. And then our team takes the content, puts it in the right order, segments the data, and voila, you start posting on social media and you're going to get leads. And then you call the leads and you follow them up, or you automate for sales and have it. I think you can go 1,000, 2,000 online without a lot of human interaction. We usually at around 500 to 1,000 start picking up the phone, and we have a whole team that calls. We chose to be very high touch. There are very technical companies who don't want to be high touch. So I don't even know if they ever call their customers, but I want to know who you are. And if you want to be a millionaire, then I'm your girl and we're going to help you go get it done. So how fast can we implement depends on you. Now, if you're my client, again, I'm in a shortcut. Like tomorrow I'm doing 2 phone calls. Last week I did 2. So for my higher end clients, I'll actually do the interview because a lot of them don't know how to get content. So I ask them for 5 to 6 questions. So I interview, I say, I have so-and-so on, so I'll use Claudia. That's actually her real name, and she won't mind if I use it because she's super excited. So she knows how to buy land, develop land, sell land. She's got this cool, process, but she's been working for other people. And so I said, during our interview, I said, so you have a new coaching and mentoring program. Tell us about it. And, she was like, ugh. And so we stopped for a moment, paused the recording, coached her for a little bit. She got through it. Now she's got a product, she's got a report that will lead people to having a session with her, which what she can do on the session, she's going to close them. See, a lot of you, your business isn't organized in a really good way. You don't know how to produce content, so then you just don't. And then what happens to a lot of you who buy software, that are paying for software, you're not technical like me. I'll be the first to admit that is my biggest downfall, but I don't want to do it. I want to just do this and stay in the content and have other people capture my content, edit it, produce it, transcribe it, put it into articles, and put it all over the internet. So for some of you, you're going to need to hire some more help to get some of the content done, or just work with me and we'll help you get the content done. We'll draw it out of you. Especially those of you that are out there that have been like, I'm going to write a book and it's been 5 years. You could write a book in a day. Because guess what? It's all here already. All you have to do is get it out of your mouth, organize it on some audio file, have it transcribed, have it put together and edited, put it together, put it on Amazon, and away you go. You have an ebook or you have a product for your funnel. So implementation is really up to you and how fast you can get content done. Now, does that mean hold off until on a CRM and everything until you have content? Absolutely not, because that could be forever. Now you're missing leads every day. So what are the benefits? I think I've explained a lot of them, but I want to talk more about the automation. You have no idea how easy some CRMs are to automate. Like literally, like I said, we have a 365-day campaign. We have a 14-day testimonial campaign. We have campaigns of all sorts of sizes, a 25-day sequence. So depending on the messaging and what you're wanting the person to do, you want to direct them through using different points of content, vary up your content. If you aren't segmenting your database by what they're needing, because you don't have a quiz or something on the way in, at some point you're going to have to do some polls or surveys, something to get them organized and structured so you actually know what the problem you're solving. So if, money's a large category of problems to solve. So what part of the problems we solving? We solving, again, income problems, debt problems, tax problems, lazy assets problem. You have no team. What's the problem we're solving? So the automation will help you organize that. It'll also help you sequence your client. What I would say, and what we've said for years, is that if you use the CRM we have, it probably will act at least as 1 virtual assistant, if not 2, and probably give you 60 to 80 hours of your life back, where you can do some of the posting, some of the social media, get the leads, get them on phone calls, get them on a calendar link, and start having appointments for your sales. So again, you want to consistently be reaching out, emailing many times during the week. Our CRM also, and a CRM should have the ability to attach texts and notice. What you want to be able to look up in a client that you've known for years is when was their first touch point, What did they click on? Which campaigns? Like we have a new Ask Loral membership. Who's going there? Who's not going there? Did they buy my new book that just came out, Make Your Kids Millionaires? Did they buy my game? Like we want to know what their journey has been with us so we can continue to ask them how to support them more and more, because money's an everyday thing and there's always going to be different issues. Now we're in a recession, we're in high interest rates, we're in high inflation. We've got that whole conversation we're helping our clients with. And what's going to come next, we'll see, right? We had to work through the pandemic. I already know what's coming. The fall of 2022, EIDLs are going to be asked for repayment. And the new 67,000 or 87,000, however many agents just got hired by the IRS, that'll be a category that we've been told they're going to go look at. But mostly they're going to look at you sole proprietors. Those of you who are running businesses, trying to take deductions, and you're not really running for income. So this gives you proof that you're running for income by having a CRM properly organized. You have customers and you're leading them through a journey. I want you to subscribe to the channel. I'm here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm here for you and your family to start a conversation about money. So it's finance, it's business, it's money literacy. And here's an easy way to do it. I've been telling parents over and over every day on almost every post that I do, is have as young as 5 years old, have them listen to my YouTube channel at dinner time, lunchtime, breakfast the next morning. Say, hey, what did you learn? What's one thing you each learned? I have a family of 6 that's implementing this new strategy. This is brand new. I thought it was super fun. So she's got 6 kids. They have to all listen. And every lesson has to be different. So every day there's 6 lessons from the kids. And so whoever speaks first gets the first one. So if it's like, well, I learned that good debt's good. Well, the next kid can't use that, and the next can't. So we're going to keep talking to you about how to use this in your family, because money is what you do every day. You're probably paying 10 to 20 transactions, whether it's automated or not. You've got to manage and understand your income and the flow of expenses, your assets, your liabilities. That's what we're here to do. So when you subscribe, click the notification button. Make sure you and your family have it on and you actually watch it every day. Don't just, be a follower. I need you to be a watcher and learn. The more you lean in and learn, the more questions you're going to have. And I always want you to go to askloral.com. Go to askloral.com. We are there 24/7. And ask a question, make a request, say I would like to, get on Loral's Ask Loral calendar and I'll talk to you live. Answer any question that you have. It's critical that we have a conversation about money, that you aren't just making assumptions about money. All right, so I hope you really get it. I've spent a lot of time on this, 5 different very main points, and do the integration, do it right. How do you monetize all this? You get a lot of leads. And here's my formula. I call it 21 and 2. So you want to go get at least 21. This is for all you newbies, right? Those of you more advanced, just take the numbers up. You want a minimum of 21 new leads a day. 21 new leads a day will give you a 5,000 person database. Like that's a lot. If you can't make $1 million on 5,000 person database, you're sleeping, it's built wrong, and you need to get to askloral.com and say, oh my gosh, I have a nice database, don't know how to monetize it. So once you go out and get your 21 leads, then you send them small offers. So go get 2 sales at $25. If all you did is 21 new leads and 2 sales at $25, followed through properly, really strategically and properly, you could easily make $10,000, $20,000 a month, easily. So if you're not doing that, you're being stubborn, righteous, right, whatever, confused, go to Ask Loral, ask us a question, let us help you get it right and monetize. I can tell you, last story I'll end with is my Kiyosaki and Rich Dad Poor Dad story. So in 1996, I didn't know anything about this either. I was in ACT. I had my little cobbled together ACT system, and I didn't have a lot of capital, so I was working out of a spare bedroom. And I was noticing as I made a sale on the Cash Flow Game or the Rich Dad Poor Dad books that I would collect the money. Sometimes they would collect the money. They would send the inventory. But all I'm really doing is building their database. Then when they came out with another book, they could give every buyer a better special than I could get. So I'm like, no. So I figured all this out. And if you want to figure out how I got funding and financing, go to the search bar and search for those terms. I got $500,000 of funding right away, early parts of my business. I figured out how to have a warehouse. I ordered $500,000 of their products into a warehouse, and then I did it. So I took the money, I sent the product, I kept the emails, I kept the database. And then when I left in 2000, I had 18,000. I had a big database. Comparative, given that it wasn't any of my product. And when it was time to go out and do real estate and real estate seminars and real estate tours on my own, became a real estate millionaire. I repurposed that database. I raised $16 million through that database of about 15,000 to 18,000 people. So how do you monetize? Get a database and use it right. I'll see you tomorrow.